Yo. The Yawhg takes over everything.
Yeah.
Also, it has like 2 things on my page here for some reason. That's weird.
Huh.
Maybe because the splitter?
That could be it. But it hasn't done that with anything else before. Okay. Yawhg, no. Okay, I'm gonna switch everything back over to my usual side now.
Right.
What the freak is going on here, Yawhg? It's interacting weird with stuff right now.
Sounds like some...
Okay. Put that there. Put this here. And... Game capture. Properties. Not Isaac. Yawhg. Yes. Position. Fit to screen. And there we go. And it's working.
Alright.
And everything is set up in a way that I feel familiar with again because I am that anal retentive, I suppose.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's gotta be fair enough.
Mm.
Alright. So. Who's gonna be playing what in the Yawhg?
I have no idea.
You don't remember the people.
No.
I think this is the first time that you're actually seeing the people,
Yeah,
other
yeah.
than that one time where you had, like, brief access on your computer.
Yeah, like, didn't we try to play it and then it
No,
just...
we played it just fine. You were crapping out on the other end because you're crappy internet.
Oh, yeah, that.
That said, I am going to be switching over everything to the Yawhg. And there we go. Update. Alright. So,
Okay.
Shepard.
So who are the characters here? Like, what are my options here?
Those 4 are your characters right there.
Alright, I guess I'll pick the top guy.
Yellow Man. Alright.
And like
Alright.
the
You
wizard.
don't have to play as these people.
Oh, I'm going to.
You only get one person.
Yeah.
The rest of us
One.
pick a person.
Oh, I don't want to be that guy then.
Who do you want to be?
I want to be the wizard chick.
That one?
Oh,
Yeah, is she
right.
good?
There's no stats. You make your own stats as you
Yeah.
go.
No,
By
okay,
making,
no, I
like,
wanna
life
be,
choices.
I want to be the top guy then.
God
That will be my
damn
first
it.
life choice.
Alright,
First
Charlie. Are you going to be your usual guy?
I don't know. I might be Red Lady.
Alright, you can be Red Lady, and I'll be Blue Lady.
This is gonna be fun.
It's usually pretty fun. Also gets pretty, like, messed up at times.
Mm-hmm.
The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it. Not a one of us. We just keep on living our lives, week by week, unaware. Alright, so it is my turn. I'm so tempted to go to the slums, you have no idea. That's like almost my default place, I swear to God. You know what? I will go to the tavern, and I will bartend. I spend the week serving drinks at the tavern. I earn a wealth, and I get 2 charm. A fortune teller sets up shop, blah blah blah. I don't care. I know what this person does, and they don't do anything for me. So no, I'm not going to give them my wealth.
Alright.
The rest of the day, I watch the fortune teller from afar as they shower each of the customers with promises of wealth and love. Yep, that sounds about right.
Such prosperity.
Feel like skipping out on a good choice. Well, it was a good choice. I gained a mind. All right, cool. All right, Red Lady.
I'll go to the hospital.
Are you gonna try and do what I think you're gonna try and do?
Yes.
You're going to clean up, or are you going to tend to patients?
I'll tens.
All right. You spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. You gain 2 mind and earn 1 wealth. One day, a patient comes into the hospital with sores that nobody's ever seen before.
Oh, I'll be this one then. Okay.
Yeah, while walking by his bedside, he looks to you and rudely asks for a glass of water. Do you get him the water, or do you ignore him?
I will try to get in the water, although it will do nothing.
You bring him a small glass to quench his thirst. He takes a large sip, swigs it around, and then proceeds to spit at you.
Wow.
Yeah.
The water hits you right in the face. After cleaning up, you scold the obviously insane man for spitting at you. That night, when you get home, you feel dizzy and start having vivid hallucinations about ancient wizards. You gain 3 magic, You lose 3 mind.
Oh, I guess I've already got my thing sorted done.
Yeah. Alright, your turn. Do you want to go to the forest, the arena, the alchemy tower, the gardens, the palace, or the slums?
Gonna go hang out in the slums, seeing as I'm a poor man.
Are you going to pickpocket or fight crime? Okay, so you're gonna be like the opposite of what I usually do.
Yeah.
You spend the week performing petty theft. You gain a wealth and 2 finesse. One night, a man walks up to you. "Excuse me, sir, feeling a little lonely tonight?"
Ew.
He asks.
What's this guy's?
For only a small amount of coin, I can make you feel good all night.
Well, I'm the kind of wine and dine type, but
Sure.
Sure.
2 wealth.
Let's do it.
You only have 1 wealth.
Yeah.
You can still say sure.
Sure.
You don't have enough money to pay him. He shrugs and walks off.
Wow.
They say the last time it came, the Yawhg devoured houses whole, stole lives, tore families and family members apart.
Oh.
That was so very long ago. Alright, well, I was hanging out in the tavern. I think I'm gonna go and be a gambling man, or in this case, lady, and I'm gonna bet on a fight. Considering there's almost like no way that can backfire, as we learned from when Nick became rich.
Oh, yeah.
You spend the week, well, I spend the week placing bets on my favorite fighters. I gain a wealth. One day, while wandering the halls, one of the arena fighters approaches me. "Excuse me, miss, I need a sparring partner," he says. "Are you down for a fight or two?"
Throw down.
No, I'm gonna refer him to the burly guy next to me. "Thanks," he
Alright.
says. Later on, you see the 2 of them taking turns punching each other in the face. Preferring not being punched in the face, you feel you made a good decision. Well, yeah. Gained a mind. This person has a decent amount of mind and charm, I would suppose. Alright. Red Lady.
I guess I'll go to the alchemy tower.
Holding that magic. Clean
Yeah.
or brew?
I'll brew.
Brew. You spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. You gain 2 magic and 1 mind. Over the course of the week, you notice yourself growing more and more spiral-shaped sores all over your body.
No.
One day, they begin glowing a vibrant blue. You feel your magical power grow even stronger while your mind slips further and further. You gain 3 magic. You lose 3 mind. In no time, the sores are glowing so bright that they hurt to look at. Someone rushes up to you asking if you're alright. With only a glance, you set them aflame.
Oh.
Then, you let out a scream that shakes the earth and shatters the skulls of all nearby. A river of blood coats the ground as you walk about, reveling in your destruction. You black out. When you come to, you're at home in your bed. Your sores have faded and you feel like the disease's symptoms have passed.
Wow, that's a crazy party.
Alright, yellow guy, what you want to do?
We're gonna go to the tavern now that I've stolen some money, and we're going to have a drink.
Alright, you spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, the tavern throws its annual dart tournament. Do you want to enter or do you want to spectate?
Sure, we'll enter. What could go wrong?
You sign up for the dart tournament, ready to prove your dart throwing prowess. You play a decent game of darts and end up coming in 3rd place. You win 1 wealth.
Alright.
It was on us in a heartbeat. Or so the stories go. The earth shook, the air went still. Alright, well, since he just went and drank all that money, I'm gonna go back and bartend again and make more money. I spend the week serving drinks at the tavern. I earn a wealth and gain 2 charm. One day, while in the tavern, a heated argument erupts between 2 patrons. Soon enough, fists are flying and everybody seems to be joining in the violence.
Join the
fray or do I break it up? I think I have a decent charm that people will listen to me.
Yeah.
I jump on top of the table and yell a plea to the patrons to stop all the violence. Before I know it, everybody has calmed down, chatting to one another like nothing ever happened.
Oh.
Thanks for that, says the bartender while slipping me a small sack of coins. I made more money, which I can then go and spend on betting. Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Red Lady.
I'm going to go to the palace.
Alright. Palace. Administration or attend a ball.
Gotta attend that ball.
Alright. You spend the week attending fancy gatherings. You gain 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day you overhear the jester tell a joke to a group of people. Everyone laughs, but you didn't understand the joke at all. Do you ask for an explanation, or try to figure out the joke on your own?
I wanted to tell me that joke.
Alright, ask for an explanation. You
Yeah.
approach the jester, asking him what exactly the joke meant. The jester scolds you at length about the dangers of explaining jokes. Something about puppies and them dying when you dissect them.
No.
I mean,
Cool.
that's my kind of joke.
Yeah.
You don't quite understand, but everyone around you starts laughing. Presumably, the jester had made a joke at your expense.
Wow.
You feel humiliated and mocked. You lose one
Oh.
charm. Alright. Where you want to go?
I think I'm gonna go to the slums,
Again with the slums.
Yes.
I can't blame you. Pickpocket or fight crime?
and I think I'm gonna fight crime this time.
You're gonna fight the people that you once were.
Yes.
You have intel on what they're doing, so you can stop them.
Yes.
You spend the week outsmarting and beating up criminals. You gain a mind, physique, and finesse. One day, while wandering the slums, you notice that the stones used to line the road seem to have a certain pattern to them. You don't manage to figure out the mystery, but you still feel pretty smart for noticing the pattern on the tiles.
Yes.
You gain a mind. And then the world is a howling fury, chaos, screaming, the sound of all we knew being pulled in half. Alright, well, I am going to go to the arena, and I'm going to bet on a fight. I spend the week
Alright.
placing bets on my favorite fighters. I gain 3 wealth! One day, in between matches, I stumble upon one of the higher-ranked fighters ingesting illegal strength potions. Please, miss, don't report me, she cries. I'll even share some of my potion with you if you keep quiet, she adds. I'm gonna report her.
Report it.
I report the
Ah.
fighter to the arena officials. They thank me for bringing it to their attention and hand me a small sack of coins. I gain 2 wealth. The fighter is investigated and receives a lifetime ban.
Wow, banhammer.
I mean, I'm making that money. That's for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Alright, Red Lady.
I'm gonna go to the tavern.
Gonna go to the tavern. Alright. Everyone's going to the tavern off and on. You're gonna bartend or drink?
I want a drink.
After you blew up the tower, you just need to like compensate for all the partying and the drinking.
I'm just drinking
Then you just
anyway.
hear him opening
Yeah.
You spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, a bard pulls out his lute in the bar and starts playing a tune. Unfortunately, his singing is horrible and ruining the tavern's atmosphere. You decide to do something about it. Do you convince him to leave, or do you challenge him to a lute duel?
Challenge him to a loot duel.
You borrow the bar owner's lute and challenge the bard to a musical duel. You play out a beautifully complex combination of arpeggios. The tavern roars with applause. The bard tries his best to replicate your piece, but ends up dropping his lute, snapping it in half.
Oh yeah.
He bows his head shamefully in defeat and walks out of the tavern, where we learn he hangs himself. That's an actual thing.
Oh, no.
You can find him in the forest if you go there. Sometimes there's just a broken lute underneath a corpse, and you're like, oh. You gain 1 finesse and a charm. Yellow Man.
I think I'm gonna go to the forest.
Try and find this guy. Chop wood or
Actually,
hunt?
it's 2 people you could find there now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Gonna go
Because of the.
hunt.
Hunting.
Hunt.
You spend the
Alright.
week hunting various defenseless critters. You gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for 1 wealth. One day you stumble upon a corpse hanging from a tree.
Hey.
Carved into the tree is written, "Now that I'm banned from the arena." This is the person that I got.
Yeah, that's when you put the banhammer
Yeah,
on, man.
I have nothing to live for. Underneath the tree lay a broken potion bottle. Bury the body or keep walking.
Keep walking.
Wow. You keep walking, taking the time to think about your own mortality.
You
You
gain,
gain 1 mind for
Yeah.
thinking about your own mortality.
There was no loss in my action.
When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild, move on, be strong? Or have we forgotten?
Oh,
Alright, I'm just gonna keep betting, because I'm on a winning streak here.
winning.
I spend most of the week placing bets on my favorite fighters. I gain 5 wealth!
Cash money.
Shit.
Yeah, during a match, another warrior's
a lot.
weapon is knocked from their grasp. I barely manage to avoid it. With a sickening crunch, it destroys the knee of a nearby bystander. He accuses me of causing him harm by not stopping the weapon. He takes me to court. I have decent charm. Not a great amount of mind, though. I can offer to settle with 14 wealth, but I think I'm going to defend myself.
Yeah.
I object, but can't seem to convince the judge, not with all my money.
Oh.
Wow.
I'd surrender 2 wealth. That's not a big deal. I made 5
Oh.
last time. Who cares?
Yeah.
Red lady.
I'm gonna go back to the hospital.
Alright, back to the hospital. Tend or clean?
I'm gonna clean.
Alright. You spend the week steeling your mind against the horrors of the hospital, making sure it is as clean as can be. You gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and earn 1 wealth. One day, bloodletting leeches somehow escape from their containers.
Fuck
Leeches
yes.
start flooding into the hallway. There are people screaming everywhere as the leeches slither towards them. Somebody do something, yells one of the doctors. Zap the leeches with magic. Use yourself as bait.
No, I'm not gonna zap them magic because the magic's too high. So I'm gonna use myself as bait.
You want to release the leeches.
Yeah.
Alright, use yourself as bait. You start taunting the leeches to lead them back into their containers. With great skill, you manage to avoid their fangs. You lure them back into their containers. Quick
Damn it.
thinking. You gain a mind. You didn't want that to happen.
I
Alright.
think we're gonna go chill in the palace.
Alright.
Get my swag going.
Are you going to
tried.
do administration work or attend the ball?
Gonna go balling.
You spend the
Yeah.
week attending fancy gatherings. You gain 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day, the court jester approaches you. Would you like to learn to juggle? He asks excitedly. I'll teach you everything I know for a small sum. Sure. 1 wealth or no thanks.
Sure. Why not?
You spend the day with the jester, practicing your juggling technique. You improve dramatically. You gain 2 finesse. You gain another 2 finesse. You happily pay the jester for his services. You lose a wealth.
Yes.
The Yawhg. It's almost here. Almost. Almost. Alright. Well, I'm pretty rich from all the arena stuff, but I'm still gonna do it because this is my life now. I've become a gambling addict, if you can't tell. I spend the week placing bets on my favorite fighters. I earned 0 wealth. What? But, like, I didn't lose any either. I broke even. While
Yeah,
wandering
at
the
least got
halls
even.
between matches, I spot my former lover, Kelly. Thus,
Kelly.
proving that I am a lesbian. An
Yeah.
awkward exchange happens in which I want to know how they're doing without seeming to care too much. After a few minutes, Jean or John, one of the most popular fighters in the arena, butts into the conversation. Hey Kelly, sorry to interrupt, but we've got to leave right away if we want to make it to your mother's in time. I say an awkward goodbye as they walk off, holding hands. How do I feel? I feel happy for her. Feels
Yay.
good that both of us have moved on. The encounter, despite its awkwardness, was refreshing. And I gain a charm. Alright, Red Lady.
Oh, where the fuck am I going? I'll go to the gardens.
Alright. Landscape or meditate?
I got a landscape.
Alright. You spend the week maintaining the plants in the royal garden. You gain a finesse, a physique, and earn yourself a wealth. One day, an old woman approaches you. I have a small pouch of magic beans. Would you be interested in purchasing them?
I will take those beans.
Of course I would. You spend 1 wealth on the beans. Later on, you decide to plant them in a small, rarely visited part of the garden, which achieves nothing.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna go to the hospital.
Alright. Probably need it from that week of drinking.
Yeah.
Clean or tend to patients?
Tend to the patients.
You spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick despite not having a superiorly high intellect. You gain 2 mind and earn a wealth. One day, a patient whose voice has been cursed and replaced with piano notes will not stop talking. All the other patients are complaining that his voice is making the hospital even more depressing.
Whoa.
The doctors have tried convincing him to stop talking, but to no avail. Try to decipher what he's saying or sing with him.
I will sing with that man.
Alright, sing with him. You start trying to sing along with his voice. The 2 of you start singing wonderful melodies together, making everybody happy. One of the doctors slips you a sack of coins to thank you. You gain 2 wealth.
Yes.
The storm arrives in the night. By the morning, it still rages. For 3 full days, the tempest puts us through a grinder, drowns us, crushes us, ruins us. But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anything yet live? Is it? Are we past saving? Alright.
Huh.
Well, we all have
Alright.
reasonably high charm, surprisingly. I have a ton of wealth, though. And as such, I am going to go the Smelter Demon route.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I volunteered to smelt my now useless coins into building materials. The former riches provide a wealth of metal for the survivors to build with. This helps the survival effort immensely. I lose a lot of money. 3 wealth. That's not too much.
Are you
Another
free?
3 wealth. 6 wealth, which still leaves me with 6 wealth. Alright, Red Lady. Your
I guess
highest
mine's
stat
magic
is
and
magic.
that.
Everything else is iffy.
Then I guess I'll be a conjurer.
Alright, conjure. You take it upon yourself to help conjure up supplies for the town. With your magic, you summon supplies of the highest caliber. With little effort, you're summoning high-quality lumber and food from out of nowhere. This helps the rebuilding effort significantly. And now you.
All right.
You have very high finesse.
Well, seeing as clearly we're trying to like rebuild and survive, I think I'm gonna go with the town drunk road.
Alright, down drunk it is.
Yay.
You scavenge together as much alcohol as you can and drink excessively. It says it twice. What? It does. It says it twice on the screen.
I think it's always done that.
Yeah. You gain 2 physique and 1 charm somehow.
There you go.
And so, we set about our tasks once more, living our lives, this time in a way we might never have expected, or even wanted. But, in the end, it was a struggle, but a struggle we never abandoned. Though our home had been stripped apart, we did not let it languish, and whether we succeed or fail, we did our best. Who knows if the Yawhg will visit us again? Who knows if we will can ever be, ready for it? Alright.
Oh.
Let's see, there's just the magic tower just completely destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Gee, wonder who did that. With the old tavern owner dying in the Yawhg, I decide to take on the task. Before long, the tavern's busier than ever, filled with good music, games, and friends. My tavern's doing so great that every other tavern in the area has closed down. I start a chain of taverns throughout the city to fill the demand. Every new tavern I open makes it more difficult to manage all of them. I begin enacting policies to make it easier, but to keep track of how the taverns are being run. The taverns all start to become bland and uninteresting places to be. But since you have a monopoly, apparently I'm making ridiculous amounts of money. So hey, cool.
That's what you wanted.
Then I can just like go gamble all of it away.
Yeah.
And Red Lady, with the town being rebuilt, you spend nearly all of your time in the alchemy tower, despite destroying it the first time.
Yeah, I
You
know.
try desperately to research a cure for that mysterious spiral sore disease that caused you to hurt all those people. All that time in the lab begins taking a toll on your body. You notice spiral sores beginning to resurface onto your skin. Not wanting to repeat the past, you walk out to the docks and jump into the water. You swim out as far as possible. A faint explosion was spotted on the lake that night. Some
Wow.
say it was the birth of a new star.
I blew up.
Yeah, Charlie exploded. Well, the town is being rebuilt. You decide to celebrate, Shepard.
Yes.
You organize a huge festival in honor of the bravery that helped save so many lives. The first one was so successful you decide to make it an annual tradition. Every year the festival gets bigger and more elaborate, and every year it costs more and more money to put on. You have to start charging admission, and no one is happy about it. The annual festival slowly fades out of relevance, and before long, it's cancelled completely. You don't really know what to do with your life after all of that.
Oh.
So, all of us had a bad end, basically.
I thought we had a good end.
I mean,
It was good for you, Tyler.
well, I just made unreasonable amounts of money. All my establishments got boring.
Oh well, who cares? You made money.
Well, I'd like.
I blew up,
He's not wrong. He did blow up.
Yeah.
so
Anyway, we'll go again. Still the same people?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Charlie?
all right. Yeah, fine.
All right. No one's gonna be the big green man. The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it. Not a one of us. We just keep on living our lives week by week, unaware. Alright, I'm gonna do something a bit different.
All right.
I'm gonna go to the forest, and I'm going to hunt.
Hunt.
I spend the week hunting various defenseless critters. I gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for a wealth. I come across a group of people in the woods. From the expressions on their faces, they appear to be lost. Do I rob them or help them? I don't think I can get either of these properly, so I'm gonna try and rob them.
All
I
right.
jump out from behind a tree, brandishing my weapon, demanding that they hand over their goods. One of them refuses and charges me with a pitchfork. I try to outmaneuver them, but they're too fast. They sweep their pitchfork under my leg and knock me to the ground. The rest of the people swarm me and tie me up. They look through my stuff and find nothing of worth. Before leaving, the girl takes a kick to my... Oh. I lose 2 physique. After hours
Wow.
of struggling, I managed to free myself. Well, that didn't go as planned.
Yeah.
Red Lady.
I'll go to the slums.
Following the slum tradition. Going to pickpocket or fight crime?
I'm gonna pickpocket.
God damn it, all of you scumlords. I say as I just tried to rob a person.
Yeah,
You spend the week performing petty theft. Hello.
Huh?
There we go. It wasn't registering the enter key for a second.
Oh, okay.
Gain a wealth and 2 finesse. One night, a man walks up to you. Wait, this again?
Oh, this dude.
Yeah. Excuse me, miss. Feeling a little lonely tonight, he asks. For only a small amount of coin, I can make you feel good all night long.
Well, I don't have enough money, but I'll try.
You don't have enough money. He shrugs and walks off. This is the exact
Yeah.
same second move that happened last. God damn it.
Oh.
Okay, you.
I'm gonna go to the arena,
Alright. Compete or bet?
and I'm gonna bet.
Alright. Spend the week placing bets on your favorite fighters. You gain 3 wealth despite having no wealth to spend when you went in.
Making money.
While wandering around the halls between matches, you spot your former lover, Kelly.
Well, that's your former
Hey.
lesbian lover.
It's
though.
just
No,
general
she's a
thing.
whore, don't you
Oh,
worry.
she's a whore.
Oh.
Wow. An awkward exchange happens in which you want to know how they're doing without seeming to care too much.
Oh man.
After a few minutes, Gene, or Sean, one of the most popular fighters in the arena, butts into the conversation. Hey Kelly, sorry to interrupt, but we've got to leave right away if we want to make it to your mother's in time. You say an awkward goodbye as they walk off, holding hands. How do you feel?
I'll say for this character, extreme jealousy.
Real life.
Yeah.
Too real.
Too real for me, man.
You become extremely grumpy for the rest of the week. You lose a charm.
Aw.
Well, you're no fun to be around. You channel your rage into working out.
Yes, I
You
just
gain
got
2
buff.
physique. You say, they say the last time it came, the Yawhg devoured houses whole, stole lives,
Choo-choo.
Thank God.
tore families and family members apart. But that was so very long ago.
Train Yawhg.
Train Yawhg.
Oh, yeah.
God, that would be even worse. It just comes crashing through like the goddamn Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. I'm going to go back to the forest. I'm going to hunt again. I spend the week hunting various defenseless critters. I gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for a wealth. I stumble upon a dryad picking flowers in a field.
Oh.
Upon noticing me, she runs up excitedly. Excuse me, miss, would you care to dance? She asks. I've been wanting to dance for so long, but nobody else has been around to dance with. Also, hello,
That's-
robotic panda.
Hello.
Welcome to the stream.
I would love to dance. She giggles and
You need
takes
your
me by
friends
the
behind.
hand. I'm not gonna leave my friends behind. She starts humming out a song, and the 2 of us dance together in the middle of the forest. The two of us have a perfect chemistry. All of the movements are perfectly in sync.
Hey.
I dance with her well into the night. Afterwards, she thanks me for the lovely evening with a kiss on the cheek, further enforcing Blue Lady is a lesbian. I feel the energy radiate through my body. I gain 3 charm.
Wow.
Alright, Red Lady.
Red Lady's gonna go to the arena.
Scumming up Shepherd's area. Compete or bet?
I'm gonna bet.
Everyone's betting on the arena.
Yeah.
Spend a week placing bets on your favorite fighters. You gain 3 wealth. Wow. During a match, another warrior's weapon is knocked from their grasp. You barely manage to avoid it. With a sickening crunch, it destroys the knee of a nearby bystander. He accuses you of causing him harm by not stopping the flying weapon. He takes you to court. Judge Judy is not happy. Do you offer to settle or defend yourself?
I'm gonna defend myself.
Literally just danced with the stranger. No, I danced with the dryad. They're a magical creature. Alright.
It was a magical creature
You
stranger.
object, but can't seem to convince the judge. He rules in the plaintiff's favor and orders you surrender to wealth.
Okay. We're gonna go to the slums.
Alright, you're gonna scum it up in the slums?
Yeah, gonna
Pickpocket or fight crime?
Pickpocket and slum it up in the scums.
You're getting, like, this is the result of seeing Kelly again. You got mad, so you started working out and you got real jacked and you figure, I can now take people's money.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
narrative here. You spend the
narrative.
week performing petty theft. You gain a wealth and 2 finesse, but the wealth doesn't fill the hole in your heart.
No, it does not.
One night you hear a woman whisper at you from nearby.
She looks freaky.
Hey you, she calls out, looking to make a bit of coin. Always up for
I'm
coin?
always up for more coin.
She signals for you to go into the alleyway with
this
her.
is getting freaky.
Come closer,
Oh, yeah.
she says. Nobody else can hear what I'm about to tell you.
Alright.
You lean in close, eager to learn how you'll be earning this coin. Wait, hold on. Magical equals not stranger. Duh.
Oh, yes.
She presses herself right up against
Whoa.
you, moving her lips slowly towards your ear.
What?
Suddenly, she bites your neck viciously. Blood pours
Oh,
from the wound,
wow.
and she clings
You
to
were
you tightly.
Literally a
locking it up.
divorce lawyer. Wow. You blacked out.
When you come to, you see her standing over you. Thanks, she says, tossing you a couple of coins.
I made
You
money,
gain
guys.
wealth. She then melts into
So
the
she had her
shadows.
fun with you.
I didn't even get her name.
When you feel your neck, you notice the wound has healed completely. Your body.
Wow.
You gain 3 charms.
So she
You
literally...
lose 3 physique.
She like hump and
So,
dumped me.
hold on. This is what happened. This is your narrative so far.
Hump and dump.
You went to place bets on a fight, saw your ex, got really pissed, got jacked because of it, went to rob people, had an encounter with a vampire, and then lost all the muscle that you got from working out over your ex. But now you're really charming.
But you only got with her because you were pissed off about your ex. You're like, fuck it, I need someone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so it works out.
It's all like a big vicious cycle, really.
Yeah.
It was on us in a heartbeat, or so the stories go. The earth shook, the air went still. Alright, well, I have been going around getting some finesse for a while now. So I will go to the slums myself now, and I will also pickpocket, because we're just a terrible group of people.
Yes, we are.
I spend a week
Oh,
performing
that's-
petty theft. I gain a wealth and 2 finesse. One day while wandering the slums, I noticed that the stones used to line the roads seemed to have a certain pattern to them. I don't manage to figure out the mystery, but still feel pretty smart for noticing the patterns in the tiles. I gain a mind. Alright, Red Lady.
Oh, what's Red Lady gonna do? She is gonna go to the hospital.
Okay. Hospital. Clean or tend?
Tend.
Alright, tend to the patients. Spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. You gain 2 mind and earn a wealth. One day, a patient comes into the hospital with sores that nobody's ever seen
Oh, this
before.
fucker again.
You keep
He's
getting
come
this
back.
guy. While walking by his bedside, he looks to you and rudely asks for a glass of water. Do
No.
you get him it or no?
Mm,
No, ignore him?
it's gonna be futile, but no.
Despite your intention to ignore him, you find yourself completely unable to resist obeying this man's request.
So,
You bring him a small glass to quench his thirst. He takes a large sip, swigs it around, and then proceeds to spit it at you. Again, from beyond the grave. He gets you again. You try to dodge the water, but something inside your mind paralyzes you from doing so. That night when you get home, you feel dizzy and start having vivid hallucinations about ancient wizards. You gain 3
Sorry about
magic,
this.
you lose 3 mind. Shouldn't have gone to the hospital, man.
Holy
damn
shit.
this dude. This dude
Alright.
hates me.
We're gonna go all Walter White on this and go to the Alchemy Tower.
What? Alright.
Alright.
Alchemy Tower, clean or brew?
Brew.
You spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. You gain 2 magic and a mind. Over the course of the week, you've noticed your skin become paler and
Oh,
your
no.
teeth become sharper.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah. Sharp teeth, pale skin. Yeah, that equals pregnancy, especially when you're a man.
Fantasy.
God damn it. You notice that whenever you talk, everybody nearby hangs on your every word.
I'm
You
popular.
gain 3 charm.
Got mad charm.
You also feel more frail and gaunt than you used to. You lose another 3
Oh,
physique,
jeez.
leaving you at 1 physique. That's kind of like real life.
Yeah.
He's now a real life shepherd. You notice a woman tilting her head back, brushing her hair. Her neck fully exposed. You can even see a vein or 2.
Veiny.
Delicious. Before you know it, you're coated in blood with a mangled form in front of
Oh.
you. There are dozens of people, and they're all filled with delicious nectar.
I'm a bee.
The next few hours are a blur. You wake up the next day in bedsheets soaked with blood that is not your own. You look in the mirror and notice your skin has regained its color and that your teeth have dulled.
Buzz blood.
Buzz blood.
Yep.
Oh god. And then the world is a howling fury. Chaos, screaming. The sound of all we knew being pulled in half. Alright. I'm gonna go to the forest and hunt again.
Hun.
I spend the week hunting various defenseless critters. I gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for a wealth. I hear a howl nearby, followed by a rustling of leaves. I'm gonna run for it. I drop what I'm doing and run for my life. I hear heavy footsteps running behind me, but they don't seem able to keep up. Suck it, werewolf.
No, you're not
I
well.
get away safely. I gained a physique. I avoided becoming a horrible abomination. I'm still the luckier one of us. Alright, Red Lady.
Now, what place do I want to destroy with my magic powers? I don't know. I'm gonna go to the fucking. Where am I going? I'm at the Gardens.
Alright. Going to landscape or meditate?
I'll meditate.
Alright. You spend the week in deep meditation. You gain a magic and 2 minds. Over the course of the week, you notice yourself growing more spiral-shaped sores all over your body. One day, the sores begin glowing a vibrant blue. You feel the magic power grow even stronger while your mind slips further and further. You gain 3 magic. You lose 3 mind. In no time, the sores are glowing so bright they hurt to look at. Someone rushes up to you, asking if you're all right. With only a glance, you set him aflame. You let out a scream that shakes the earth and shatters the skulls of all nearby. A river of blood coats the ground as you walk about, reveling in your destruction. You black out, and when you come to, you're at home in your bed. Your sores have faded, and you feel like the disease's symptoms have passed. Well, rip Gardens.
Alright.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to the slums again.
Alright.
Gotta find nectar. I'm gonna pickpocket.
Everyone's pickpocketing in this group. Spend the week performing petty theft. Gain a wealth and 2 finesse. One night, you hear cheering coming from an alleyway. Peering in, you see a crowd of men cheering on dogs violently ripping each other apart. One of the men spots you and asks, "Oi, would you like to participate in our little betting game? Bet on the dog fights. Try to stop the dog fights."
Well, I have 1 physique. Like, I don't think this is happening.
You do have plenty of charm, though.
Yeah, alright. I'll try and charm the dog.
Try to stop the
dudes.
dog fights. Try to convince the gamblers that dog fighting is wrong. Your words fall on deaf ears.
Oh.
Very quickly, they get quite angry with you. One of them
Wow.
walks up to you and pulls out a
I'm in
knife.
the wrong
He
neighborhood.
tries to slash at you, but your reflexes allow you to disarm him and pin him to the ground.
Oh.
You put your assailant in a chokehold until he passes out. You stop the town's illegal dogfighting. You feel very good about yourself right now. You gain a physique.
Yeah.
You gain a finesse. You gain a mind and a charm.
Wow.
You gain a magic. When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild, move on, be strong? Or have we forgotten? Alright, we all have fairly iffy stats again. I will be going to the slums this time, and again, I will be pickpocketing. I spend the week performing petty theft. I gain a wealth and a finesse. Well, 2 finesse. One night, a small child approaches me with his hands cupped and outstretched towards me. He doesn't say anything, but just looks up with wide eyes, waiting expectantly. I've got 5 coin. I can afford to give him some. Toss him a sack of coins. I lose a wealth. He thanks me and walks away. The next night, I recognize him on the street. Spot him eating what looks like a fresh loaf of bread. He sees me and smiles. I feel good about myself. I gain a physique. I gain a finesse. I gain a mind. I gain a charm. And I gain 1 magic. Shepherd, aka the most charming man. I mean, I have almost as much charm as he does.
That's true.
And in real life, maybe more.
Charm.
Alright, Red Lady.
What sort of day are you gonna do? She's gonna go to the forest.
Steal my spot. Alright.
Yeah.
Shop or hunt?
She's gonna hunt.
Alright. Hunt. Spend the week hunting various defenseless critters. Gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for a wealth. One day during the forest excursion, you stumble upon a swarm of rats.
Bad rat.
Oh yeah.
Bad bats. At first, you jump backwards in shock, but then you start to hear them conversing with one another. They call you over. "Excuse me, miss," one of them says in a high-pitched voice. "Do you think you might be able to help us out with something? You see, we're trying to elect our new leader, but it seems our votes are completely tied. We're trying to decide between Seedpaw the Vengeful and Blightooth the Wise," says the rat. Seedpaw steps forward. "If you vote for me, the rats will have a powerful leader, one who isn't afraid to take our fight to the enemy," proclaims Seedpaw. Blightooth steps up. "If you vote for me, good miss, I will lead these rats to an age of enlightenment," says Blightooth. Which rat do you choose? Do you choose Rat Hitler or Rat Buddha?
I'm picking Hitler.
Yeah, Rat Hitler. Hashtag Rat Hitler. Half of the rats roar with tiny applause. Blightooth bows his head and walks back into the mass of rats. Seedpaw climbs on your shoulder and whispers fighting tips into your ear as thanks. Yep, Rat Hitler.
Rat Hitler, confirmed.
You gain 1 finesse and 1 physique. Alright, Sheparoo.
Schwiggity schwag, going to the tavern.
Alright, tavern.
And I'm gonna do some bartending tonight.
Gonna be a good guy.
Yeah.
You spend most of the week serving drinks at the tavern. You earn a wealth in tips.
Tips, yes.
And you gain 2 charm. Again, most charming man.
Yes.
One day, while in the tavern, a heated argument erupts between 2 patrons. Soon enough, fists are flying, and everybody seems to be joining in on the violence. Join the fray with your 2 physique, or break up the fight.
I think I'm gonna try and charm him out with breaking up the fight.
You jump on top of a table and yell a plea to the patrons to stop all the violence. Before you know it, everybody has calmed down and chatting to one another like nothing ever happened. "Thanks for that," says the bartender while slipping you a small sack of coins.
Although you're the bartender.
I mean, there can be multiple bartenders. One could be the owner.
Good.
You gain a wealth. Yawhg. It's almost here. Almost. Alright, I think I'm gonna go to the slums and pickpocket. I spend a week performing petty theft. I gain a wealth and a finesse. One day, a swarm of rats flood the streets.
Hey!
The people flee in a mad panic. What do? Run like mad? Blast them with magic, my non-existent magic. I'm gonna run. I join the crowd of people fleeing the scene. I manage to escape, but there are still rats all over the slums. Rat Hitler. He invaded.
Yep.
He just like blitzkrieged all.
He
of
came in like Hitler did to Poland.
it. Yeah.
All right, Red Lady.
Red Lady's gonna go to the tavern.
All right, tavern. Are you going to bartend or are you going to drink?
She's gonna bartend.
All right. You spend the week serving drinks at the tavern. You earn a wealth and gain 2 charm. One day, the tavern throws its annual dart tournament. Enter or spectate.
I wanna enter.
All right, you are going to enter. You sign up for dart tournament, ready to prove your dart throwing prowess. You play a respectable game of darts and end up coming in 2nd place.
Hey.
You win 2 wealth and gain a confidence boost of 1 charm.
Yes.
3 destroyed areas. Good job. None of. Wait, what?
3 areas?
There's only 1 area.
Oh, there's
destroyed.
2.
Oh yeah, no, there's 2 areas destroyed. I haven't. Oh wait, because of the Rat Hitler 3.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Oh.
last day, so who
I
cares?
gotta go to the palace then and get. And I'm gonna attend the ball.
All right. You spend the week attending fancy gatherings. Gain 2 charm. Again, most charming man. 15. And 1
yeah.
finesse. One day you overhear the jester tell a joke to a group of people. Everyone laughs, but you didn't understand the joke at all. Ask or try to figure it out on your own.
Try and figure it out on my own.
Several hours later, you figure it out, and a small chuckle is had. All that thinking gave your mind a workout. Gain a mind. The storm arrives in the night. By morning, it still rages. For 3 full days, the tempest puts us through a grinder, drowns us, crushes us, ruins us. But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anything yet live? Is it? Are we past saving? Do the rats destroy it or not? They do not. You can still go there.
Mm-hmm.
But it is still rat infested and they will chase you out.
Yeah.
Alright, so I have all the finesse in the world. So I pretty much have to be the tailor. I volunteer to weave and mend clothing for the survivors to keep warm. I make and mend clothes faster than anyone would have ever expected. Every survivor now has an excess number of scarves, socks, and hats to keep them warm. This helps the survival effort immensely. Alright, Red Lady. Your highest stat is magic. You have decent finesse.
Well, what will I do? How about I'll be a tailor.
I am the tailor.
Oh, you're a tailor. Okay.
I had
Oh.
18 finesse.
Yeah. So that makes sense that you're a tailor. All right. All right. I'll just loot. Who cares?
Wow, you're gonna loot?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, 7 wealth, but he's gonna loot. Alright. Looter. You break into abandoned buildings and hoard together everything for yourself. You gain 3 wealth. You gain another 3 wealth. This hurts the survival effort. Now,
Yay.
this scares me to say this, but out of all of us, Shepard is the most reasonable leader because he has 15 charm and everybody listens to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go for.
That is a horrifying reality that we live in. The leader. You take it upon yourself to be the leader of the survivors. You expertly delegate and prioritize tasks. You give motivating speeches and act as an effective mediator in disputes. This helps the rebuilding effort significantly. And so, we set about our tasks, once more living our lives, this time in a way we might never have expected, or even wanted. But, in the end,
Ooh.
we were defeated. Those of
Yay.
us left struggled to put our home our home to rights. But the effort was doomed. The city bled survivors, eventually becoming a husk, a dead thing. And perhaps
my
the
fault.
Yawhg was only partially to blame. It was entirely Charlie. He looted all the valuables. He took all those hats that I made.
Also, good night,
in
Panda.
shambles. Alright, see ya, Panda.
See ya, Panda.
The city in shambles. I flee to the woods. I try to find a new town to make a new life for myself. During my travels, I'm endlessly tormented by the spirits of dead animals.
Oh.
Ooh.
They lead me astray, cackling maddeningly into my ears, preventing me from sleeping. They warn other animals of my presence, preventing me from finding any food. My frame is now gaunt and hollow. Eventually my body gives in. I die face down in the mud. Well...
Oh, wow, that's pretty morbid.
Yeah.
Charlie, you escaped the ruined town with giant bags of coins, jewels, and other valuable trinkets. You moved to a new city, living a life of luxury and elegance. Unfortunately, the new city you moved to has their own horrible evil, the Yawhg.
Whoa.
The Yawhg sweeps through the city, tearing everything apart. This time, when you go to rummage through the debris for valuables, you encounter a group of people doing the same. You get into a knife fight with one of them, which results in you bleeding out on a pile of rubble.
Wow.
Everyone's dying.
With the town in ruins, Shepard, you spend a lot of time in what was once the slums. One day you spot a familiar face. Hey, she says.
Oh, it's my vampire wife here.
How have you been?
Oh yeah.
I heard about your incident. Sorry about that. She drags your finger across your chest. Anyway, she snaps her fingers. Suddenly, all your free will is gone. Your skin goes milk white and your fangs re-emerge. She takes you by the hand and walks you into an entrance to the sewers. So, you became her familiar.
So I live happily ever after with my vampire girlfriend.
No, she, enslaved you. She took away your free will.
Oh, so some weird sub-dom thing going on? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah.
Yes, Shepard, it was a sexual thing.
Okay.
Wow.
That's weird. That's a pretty fun game.
That went well.
Do you guys want to do one more or call it?
Could do another one.
Yeah, I'm down for one more.
Alright, one more and then we'll be done for this one. And then the regular LiveBags from then on will go back to being 3 hours.
Alright.
Alright, let's go. The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it. Not a one of us. We just keep on living our lives week by week, unaware. This time, I'm going to go to the Alchemy Tower, and I'm going to brew a potion. I spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. I gain 2 magic and a mind. I hear cries for help coming from the next room. Running over to investigate, I see that the alchemists have accidentally created an ooze monster. How do I dispatch of it? Do I punch it into submission or blast it with magic? Well, neither of these are good options, but magic.
Punch it.
I pulverize the ooze into a puddle with an array of magical spells. The alchemists all cheer. I gain a charm. Wow, that worked out better than expected. Red lady.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the arena.
Alright, arena. Compete or bet?
I'm gonna compete.
Alright, you spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You gain 2 physique and 1 finesse. During a match, another warrior's weapon is knocked from their grasp. You barely manage to avoid it. With a sickening crunch, it destroys the knee of a nearby bystander.
No, there's the
accuses
gun.
you of causing him harm by not stopping the flying weapon. He takes you to court. Offer to settle with your no money or defend yourself.
I'm gonna settle with no money.
No amount of coin convinces the unreasonable man to settle. You have no coin.
Oh, fuck.
The trial does not go well for you, and you are sentenced to perform community service.
Yay.
You gain a physique and a finesse, actually, so that's fine.
Oh, alright, that's fine.
I mean, that's kind of what you need.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the palace.
Alright, Alice.
And I'm gonna do administrative work.
Yeah, I mean, if only you could do that in real life.
Yeah.
Get a job, that is. You spend the week
Well.
doing paperwork for the palace. Yeah, Charlie's going to. You're paid 2 wealth and gain a mind. One day the court jester approaches you. Would you like to learn to juggle? He asks excitedly. I'll teach you everything I know for a small sum.
I have no time for this clown.
No thanks. Humph, the jester says. He walks away, disappointed, and hits you with a forbidden sun because he's actually Jester Thomas. They say the last time it came, the Yawhg devoured houses whole, stole lives, tore families and family members apart. But that was so very long ago. Alright. I think I'll go to the gardens and I'm going to meditate. I spend the week in deep meditation. I gain a magic and 2 mind. Walking past a pond one day, I see a fat little frog sitting on a lily pad. Please, miss, the frog begs. I'm not a frog at all, but an enchanted prince. If you could see your way to kissing me, it would break the curse and return me to normal. I don't have a lot of magic, but let's try kissing this thing. I bend down and kiss the frog. Suddenly, the frog is enveloped by a cloud of shimmering fog.
Oh.
When the fog clears, the frog is gone, and a tall, regal man is standing in the pond instead.
Hi.
He thanks me for my help and gives me a handsome reward. I gain 2 wealth. As word spreads of your deed, my reputation improves. For kissing a frog? Sweet. I gain a charm. Well, that was all around pretty decent.
Yeah.
Redley.
I'll go to the slums.
Alright, the slums. Pickpocket or fight?
I'll go to, how about I fight people?
Alright. You spend the week outsmarting and beating up criminals. Gain a mind, physique, and a finesse. One night, a man walks up to you. Excuse me, miss, what is with this guy showing up and flirting with everybody every time? For only a small amount of coin, I can make you feel good all night.
Do I have enough coins?
No, you got
Oh.
sued and didn't have any money, and now you have less money. So,
Well, it doesn't really matter what I put down, so I'll just go with it.
sure. You don't have money to pay him. He shrugs and walks off.
Alright, it's my turn, eh? Gonna go to the tavern.
Alright.
And my guy's gonna spend the week getting drunk.
Put that wealth to good use.
Yes.
You spend the entire week getting wasted. Gain a charm and a physique. One day, Tavern throws its annual dart tournament.
I'm gonna spectate this time.
Alright. You watch the tournament from the sidelines, analyzing throwing techniques. You gain a finesse.
Okay.
It was on us in a heartbeat, or so the stories go. The earth shook, the air went still. Well, I have decent mind, decent magic. I'm gonna go back to the alchemy tower. And this time I'm going to clean the lab. I spend the week cleaning up noxious chemicals. I'm paid a wealth. I gain a physique and a magic. One day, the alchemists decide to take a break from their work and throw a cantrip party instead. One alchemist waves his hand and produces confetti in front of him. Another spawns a seemingly endless number of doves from his sleeve. Sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And then all the alchemists turn to me to see what I can come up with. I will do a simple trick. By snapping my fingers, I change my eyebrow color.
Ooh.
Not bad, one of the alchemists says. I gain a magic. Alright, Redley.
How about she goes to the forest?
Alright. Gonna chop some wood or hunt?
Gonna chop that wood.
I'll let you chop some of my wood.
Oh,
Don't actually, that's a terrible idea.
yeah. Yo, yeah.
You spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You gain 2 physique and earn yourself a wealth. One day you stumble upon a tall, nicely trimmed hedge in the middle of the woods. Oh man. You sit and eat your lunch in front of the hedge, wondering what exactly it's doing out in the woods. Suddenly, an enormous hand erupts from the foliage because Manus of the Abyss apparently lives in it.
Yep.
Do you dodge it or do you punch it?
I'm gonna punch it.
Punch the giant hand. You manage to punch the hand so hard that it appears to have shattered one of its fingers. The hand recoils back through the hedge. Yeah, you're not taking me to Ulasil. And then you run away faster than you have in your life. You gain another 2 physique.
Whoa.
This guy getting like a buff lady going on. Alright.
I'm gonna go to the slums.
Again? Alright.
Yeah.
Pickpocket or fight?
Gonna pickpocket.
Of course. You spend the week performing petty theft again. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One night, a small child approaches you with his hands cupped and outstretched towards you. He doesn't say anything, but just looks up at you with wide eyes, waiting expectantly. Do you give him some coin, or do you just shoo the kid away?
I only have 3. Shoo him away.
Wow. This guy.
Nah.
Ignore him. He walks away, clutching at his stomach. The next night, you notice him, and he looks very weak. And then
Wow.
the world was a howling fury, chaos, screaming, the sound of all we knew being pulled in half. I'm going to go to the gardens and meditate. I
Alright.
spend the week in deep meditation. I gain a magic and a mind. I come across an elderly man snoozing on the grass. You there, young person. He waves me over. I'm having an awful time trying to nap in the bright sun. Do you mind giving me some shade? I'll block the sun for the old man. Ages seem to pass as I stand in the hot sun, the wizened old man sleeping peacefully in the shadow. The sun is sweltering, and after some hours, I begin to feel faint. Gradually, everything grows dark. When I awaken, it is evening, and in the garden, and an ancient gnarled tree stands where the old man was sleeping. For witnessing this miraculous event, I gain a magic. So I saw a man turn into a tree, and I'm like, well, that makes me better at this, right?
Yeah.
Alright, Charlie?
I have a... Oh, yes, arena again.
Alright, the arena. Compete?
I want to fight people.
Alright. You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You gain 2 physique and a finesse. One night, on your way home, you spot a rusty dagger on the ground. Rusty Dagger's games. Do you pick it
Yeah.
up or do you leave it?
I'm going to pick up Nick.
As you pick it up, you hear a voice from behind you whisper, "You are not worthy."
Oh.
The dagger begins to dissolve into a black smoke. Within seconds, the blade is gone. And you're left wondering why Nick was smoke all along.
Alright,
Yes.
4th turn. I think we're gonna go back to the slums and pickpocket, make some more money.
You spend a week performing petty theft. See, what had happened was you lost your job, and that's why you went drinking. And then you decided, I need more money to drink. So you just started robbing people to
Yeah.
drink for your addiction.
Yeah.
You gain a wealth and 2 finesse. One day, while wandering the slums, you notice the stones used to line the road seem to have a certain pattern to them. You don't manage to figure out the mystery, but you still feel pretty smart in styles. You gain a mind. When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild, move on, be strong? Or have we forgotten? I just want to say, no one's destroyed anything yet.
This is true.
Yeah, I know.
this is the moment where we're kind of like, huh, look at that. Alright. I'll go to the alchemy tower and brew a potion. I spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. I gain 2 magic and a mind. One day, I hear an alchemist shout, "Eureka!"
7.
When I look... Eureka 7 is a good show. When I look over to see what he's done, I spot a small, previously dead ferret that has come back to life. I figured out the antidote to death, the alchemist explains. The undead ferret lets out a horrific noise and lumbers about slowly. Do I destroy the abomination, or do I praise his accomplishments? I'm going to praise his
Full Metal
accomplishments.
Alchemist
Yeah.
on this.
That's amazing, I say, slightly discomforted by the ferret's presence. Didn't hurt the alchemist's feelings. I gain a charm. Alright, Charlie.
I'm going to go to the hospital.
Well, okay. I don't know why you
Oh, no,
would.
short shit.
Alright, do you clean up or do you tend?
I'll clean up.
Alright. Spend the week steeling your mind against the horrors of the hospital, making sure it is as clean as can be. Gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and earn 1 wealth. One day, a patient whose voice has been cursed and replaced with piano notes will not stop talking. All the other patients are complaining about his voice, making the hospital even more depressing. The doctors have tried convincing him to stop talking, but to no avail. Do you try to decipher what he's saying, or sing with him?
I'm going to sing with them.
You start trying to sing along with his voice. You try to sing along with him, but just can't hit the right notes. His sounds get progressively sadder and sadder.
Alright, I'm gonna
Yay.
go to the gardens, I guess. Yeah, let's
Alright.
do that.
Gonna
Alright.
landscape or meditate?
My guy's gonna meditate this time.
You spend the week in deep meditation. Gain 1 magic and 2 mind. One day an old woman approaches you. I have a small pouch of magic beans. Would you be interested in purchasing them?
Sure, yeah, let's do that.
You spend a wealth on the beans. Later, you decide to plant them in a small, rarely visited part of the garden. The Yawhg. It's almost here. Almost. Almost. Well, I think I'm going to go to the garden now.
Oh,
And I will
Alright.
meditate as well. I spend the week in deep meditation. I gain a magic and 2 mind. One day while in the gardens, I
Oh.
notice a beanstalk. Shepherds.
Oh.
yeah.
Do I eat it or water it?
Yeah.
Last week, I might as well just eat it. I pick the plant and bite into it. It tastes incredible. I feel energy coursing through me. I gain 2 physique and 3 magic. Well, I mean,
Alright,
alright.
what a
18
buff.
magic. What?
Alright.
Alright. Redley.
Only go to the tavern.
Alright. Are you gonna bartend or drink?
I'm gonna get wasted.
You spend the entire week getting wasted. Gain 2 charm and a physique somehow. Apparently
Yeah.
beer gives you muscles. One day, while in the tavern, a heated argument erupts between 2 patrons.
Oh.
Soon enough, fists are flying and everybody seems to be joining in on the violence. Join the fray or break up the fight.
I'm gonna try to beat the shit out of him.
You do have 17 physique.
Yeah.
17.
You jump into the thick of the fight and let loose some pent-up rage on some unsuspecting patrons. You gain a physique from all that exertion. Wow. Shepard?
Guess I'll go to the palace
Alright.
before it's all over.
Administration or attend a ball?
Gonna go to the ball.
Attend ball. You spend the week attending fancy gatherings. You gain 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day, you overhear the jester tell a joke to a group of people. Everyone laughs, but you didn't understand the joke at all. Ask or try to figure it out on your own.
I'm gonna ask him.
Alright, you approach the jester, asking him exactly what the joke meant. The jester scolds you at length about the dangers of explaining jokes. Something about puppies and them dying when you dissect them. You don't quite understand, but everyone around you starts laughing. Presumably, the jester had made another joke at your expense. You began coming to terms with the fact that your sense of humor is lacking. Being more self-aware, you manage to exude an aura of confidence. You gain a charm for that. The storm arrives in the night. By the morning, it still rages. For 3 full days, the tempest puts us through a grinder. Drowns us, crushes us, and ruins us. But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anything yet live? Are we past saving? Alright. Now, I have so much magic here,
Yes.
but I don't want to pick that. Just because Conjurer has been done already. I am going to put my mind to work and be a doctor.
Alright.
I take it upon myself to help the sick and injured from the Yawhg. I'm able to fix up most of the patients in no time at all. This means that there are more people to help with rebuilding the town. This helps the survival effort considerably. Alright. Red Lady.
I'm gonna be a builder.
Alright. You take it upon yourself to rebuild the town by hand. You rebuild homes at a breakneck speed, impressing the rest of the survivors. This helps rebuilding effort significantly. You have almost no impressive skills except your charm again and your finesse.
Town drunk it is.
God damn it, Shepard. You scavenge together as much alcohol as you can and drink excessively. You gain 2 physique and a charm. And so, we set about our task. Once more living our lives, this time in a way we might never have expected or even wanted. But in the end, it was a struggle, but a struggle we never abandoned. Though our home had been stripped apart, we did not let it languish. And whether we succeed or fail, we did our best. Who knows if the Yawhg will visit us again? Who knows if we will can ever be ready for it? Mediocre ending.
GG.
Let's see what we all get now as our individualized stuff. The Yawhg changed me. Probably for the better. With the town being rebuilt, I eventually decided to retake my role as a doctor. There, I make friends with another doctor. The 2 of us do everything together, and we're inseparable. Eventually, we even decide to get an apartment and live with each other.
Oh.
Then my friend gets married, and everything changes. Their spouse has to move away to a new town, and friend follows. I try to keep in touch by mail, but the letters start to come less and less frequently. I try to fraternize with other doctors. Well, they're nice people, nothing can compare. That's very bittersweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red Lady, while the town is being rebuilt, you decide to become a full-time arena warrior.
Alright.
You slowly rise the ranks, knocking out scores of fighters, even ones as great as Jean the Beautiful.
Hey.
Before long, you become the arena champion. You travel across the world fighting the very best of the best. Tales are sung far and wide of your mighty feats of strength. That's just objectively good. The Yawhg
yeah, that is.
traumatized you deeply, Shepard. Despite everything starting to be okay now, something in you snapped. Maybe it was witnessing a baby floating face down in the water.
Well,
Maybe it was when you found a man skewered on a fence, still squirming slightly, his eyes an empty void. Perhaps it was when you saw a group of kids that were trapped in the school had resorted to eating their rotting teacher's corpse.
Oh.
Whatever it was, you can't help but drink. You drink so much, you're not entirely sure what's real and what's an illusion. One day you look into a mirror, and your eyes are empty. Hollow.
Wow, that's really depressing.
nice.
10 out of 10 best ending.
I mean, there are some really good endings.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
One of the things that happened once was, like, I refused to dance with the Dryad because I didn't have the amount of finesse necessary. And she ended up getting chased into a town square and burned alive. And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, I just wanted to dance with people. And then they put a torch on her. It was like
Yeah,
evil
that's
within
fun.
burning type of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Alright, well,
That's
that
wow.
is 2.5 hours. And
Yeah.
as such, for the first, return to LiveBag, that's going to be a short one. But
Yeah.
we'll be back another time, probably with Nick, probably with some other people, who knows.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
not necessarily Shepard.
Not necessarily.
It will be rotating.
Okay.
So, with that, I leave with my traditional way.